Lord's Prayer? It's in Matthew. It's in Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. This then is how you should pray. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. What does this prayer symbolize with the disciples and what Jesus was trying to teach them? Well, continue watching and you can find out. The Lord's Prayer, the prayer Jesus used to instruct his followers how to pray, is well known among Christians. Many recite in unison as a form of liturgy. Others meditate on each portion in their private time with God, or view it as a model of the components of prayer. The prayer is recorded in Matthew 6, 9 through 13, and in Luke 11, 2 through 4. One portion of the prayer says, "Give us today our daily bread." The first and most obvious meaning of this request is that God would sustain us physically. Jesus said, perhaps indulging to God's provision of manna, which was given every day in the desert. We recognize God as our provider and rely on him to meet our daily needs. This does not mean that we expect God to literally rain down manna on us, but that we understand he is the one who makes our work fruitful, sometimes even meeting physical needs in miraculous ways. Shortly after introducing his followers how to pray, Jesus talked to them about anxiety. He said, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, what or drink, or about your body. What you will wear is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Interestingly, the Lord's Prayer, the request immediately preceding the appeal for daily bread, is for God's kingdom to come. Requesting daily bread is not only about physical provision, it can also refer to asking God to provide for our less tangible needs. In Matthew 7, 7 through 11, Jesus said, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be opened. Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, through you, are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him?" Good parents provide not only what their children need for physical life, but also for practical, emotional, and relational needs. God is the giver of good gifts. You can see that in James 1:17. "He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also along with him graciously give us all things?" Romans 8:32. God has already met our greatest spiritual needs, that of forgiveness and restoration through Christ. But he does not stop there. Jesus calls himself the bread of life. You can see that in John 6:35. "In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind." Jesus says he came to bring us abundant life. Not only are we saved for eternity, but also we experience a restored relationship with God now. We seek him daily, and he renews us day by day. The branch is continuously nourished by the vine. Yes, God sustains us physically and meets the less tangible needs of the life. More than that, he fulfills our spiritual needs. He is the bread that satisfies our spiritual hunger. He sustains our heart. When we ask God for our daily bread, we are humbly acknowledging him as the sole giver of all we need. We are living day by day, one step at a time. We are exercising simple faith in Him to provide just what we need when we need it for every area of life.